to 2021. Things like being away from family for the first time, planning their own meals, and trying to fit in.
Students who are competitive athletes unfortunately are at higher risk, and so they may be entering the college sports arena and be dealing with some issues themselves as they start in that process.
Doctors say some of the warning signs of disordered eating include headaches, dizziness, and no energy. And tomorrow we are welcoming back preschool and kindergarten students in Oakwood and Xenia. We will show families how they can commemorate the beginning of the school year and keep their kids safe. That's live tomorrow morning on News Center 7 Daybreak starting at 4:25. And weather specialist Nick Dunn joins me now. And Nick, we are going to see some pretty high temperatures this week.
Yeah, if you've not found a way to stay cool yet this summer, you might want to find a pool
Better
or maybe have some popsicles or something or ice cream to help you cool off or something. Let's take a look at the setup for this, and it's going to be kind of an interesting setup because a dome of high pressure is going to be centered across the central Great Plains. You've probably heard the term a heat dome a couple of times over the last couple of weeks, and well, we're going to kind of be getting a piece of that, so to speak. Not the entire thing, but as you get out into Iowa, you see some of those whites. Those are indications where the high temperature of 110 or greater is possible. So even into Wednesday, we're still kind of on the eastern periphery of this dome of high pressure. And we're going to watch Wednesday for a couple of things. Number one, the humidity is going to start to increase further. But when we're on the eastern edge of this periphery of high pressure, sometimes you can get a sneaky thunderstorm complex or two. So we'll have to watch and see. I'll show you why I'm monitoring that on future casts here towards the end of the newscast, or at least the end of this weather segment, I should say. But by Friday, a cold front's going to start to sag south. And that's going to give us some relief as we get into the upcoming weekend. This evening, though, as we look over downtown Dayton, it looks nice out there, but it's very warm and muggy. And right now, it's still 79 degrees here in Dayton. This dew point is 71. I added the muggy meter here to kind of show you the dew points in the 70s this time of the night. Still pretty miserable out there, so you factor that in. It still feels like 82 degrees right now in Dayton. And live Doppler 7 showing us that where we have had a chance to clear out a little bit this evening in places like Greenville, where it's 72, Urbana, where it's 68, temperatures have cooled off a little bit. But to the south, as you look there towards places like Oxford, still at 82, Springboro 79, and Wilmington 77, clouds have not really cleared out just yet. We should see that happen, though, as we get into the overnight, and temperatures should bottom out in the 60s for most of us. It's going to be a muggy week across the Miami Valley. It's going to feel muggy to tropical the entire week. So that's going to allow for those heat index values to start to rise up into the 90s for the next few days, mid-90s Monday and Wednesday. As we get into Thursday, we should see heat index values in the lower 100s. So that's pretty dangerous out there if you have any prolonged activities planned. Into Friday, not much of a relief out there. We could see some additional heat advisories issued as we go along. Let's take a look at futurecast for you. So we're going to start the day tomorrow dry. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds. Now, like today, those clouds prevented us from getting to 90 degrees. As we get into Tuesday, we're going to start the day dry as well. I want you to watch the upper part of your screen up here towards the top. You'll see a complex of thunderstorms Tuesday morning trying to work its way in. That's going to die out, but Wednesday morning, we see another complex of storms starting to race into the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley region. This is why we're going to watch Wednesday closely. This may impact high temperatures, and again, we're on the eastern edge of that area of high pressure, so we'll have to watch and see what happens with that. But for tonight, we're dry, but it's going to be pretty muggy. We're dropping it down to 69 degrees. And a quick check of that 7-day forecast, 90 for Tuesday, 92 Wednesday, 96 on Thursday. That would be our hottest day of the year. And then there's that relief for Saturday and Sunday back in the 70s and 80s.
All right, thank you so much, Nick. It is week 2 of the Goodwill Drive to Victory. My